The cost of the decennial census has gone up 680% per household since 1960, and the 2010 census was almost twice as expensive per household as the 2000 census. The 2010 census reached $14.7 billion in cost. If the recent trends hold true, the 2020 census could cost the American taxpayers $25 billion or more. This is simply unacceptable. As government watchdogs, it is our job to make sure the American taxpayers' money is being used appropriately and efficiently. The purpose of today's hearing is to find ways the Bureau can achieve significant cost savings without impacting the quality and integrity of the count. The most obvious of these is adding an Internet response option to the census, which is now being offered on a nationwide basis for the American Community Survey. Without getting into the pros and cons of the community survey, it does show that technology can be better used to gather census data. We should also look at the digitalization of follow-up efforts for those who do not self-respond to the census. In fact, new technology has created an opportunity to completely redesign the model. Through the Bring Your Own Device model, the Census Bureau has the opportunity to have its temporary field staff simply download a secure application to a smartphone that not only allows them to record response information, but also has live updates with which house they should visit next, and possibly GPS data, directions, adjusting for traffic, and many other things. Collecting census data, there should be an app for that. Another issue with respect to cost savings is expanding the use of administrative records. What are the cost savings of this, and what are the privacy issues associated with intergovernmental data sharing? Administrative records do help improve data accuracy and reduce the need for multiple non-response follow-ups. A redesigned mapping project focusing on continuously tracking changes and partnering with the public and private geospatial entities and perhaps even the Postal Service could eliminate the need for nationwide cabinets in upcoming years. We also face challenges from public distrust of the government in light of recent scandals currently being investigated by the full committee. The IRS targeting of groups based on political ideology. The NSA's rampant data collection and leaks. The administration spokeswoman Susan Rice misleading the public after the Benghazi attack. All have had effects making the American public more distrustful of the government and also less likely, I believe, and based on information that is coming into my office, less likely to participate and cooperate with the government. Take Lois Lerner. She's probably costing the taxpayers money because people are fearful how their personal information revealed to the Census Service might be used against them, so they're not filling out their survey, meaning the government has to send out people to follow up with them. How will all of these affect the response rate and accuracy in 2020? Add to that the detailed and, in my opinion, intrusive questions asked on the American Community Survey, and we're facing additional challenge that potentially add costs. Finally, we must address in a cost-effective manner the question of accuracy, especially dealing with non-traditional households, the homeless, those living in the shadows, and non-English speakers. We cannot craft solutions to problems like homelessness and undocumented residents if we do not have accurate data. New cost-saving ideas are attainable, while regaining the public trust might be more difficult. A National Academy of Sciences panel has stated that a realistic goal is for the 2020 census to cost less than the 2010 census on a per-household basis. I think that's doable, and I support this goal, and I challenge the Census Bureau and the entire government to make this happen. The census coming in under budget would send a strong signal to the American people about the stewardship of their tax dollars and perhaps be a way we can regain some of the trust between the government and the governed. With this in mind, I hope this hearing starts a dialogue between the committee and the Census Bureau so that we can make the 2020 census a cost-effective success.